if we have to cut them down anyways, why not just go bigger?
And this is how you build mansions.
10 feet. Middle of the stump. Here. Let's just see what 20 feet is. 20 feet is right here on the stump.
Really?
Yeah. Whew, it is bright right up against this wall. Have to turn and face the other way. Good morning, beautiful people. So we are hashing out details about how big we're making this addition. I guess it kind of came down to, let's stand with some boards and see how much of our view it's gonna block if we make it 20 feet long or 24 feet long,
right.
Or to not block our view. Basically, there's no point in even building it. We could build on just a room, but because we want a bigger pantry.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll get everybody up to speed. We have 1+1 on the way.
Right.
And we've been talking about adding on to this mobile home, this single wide, since we got here. When we were walking this property the first time, it's like, well, I mean, it's pretty much a blank slate. We can pretty much do anything we want. When we first got here, we redid this entire mobile home, took it down to the studs, inside and out, rebuilt it, made it really nice. Like, it's really, really nice.
It doesn't look like a mobile home.
It doesn't look like a mobile home on the inside. I've seen a lot of videos on the internet of people doing mobile homes, and sometimes they look cool, and sometimes they just look like a dressed up mobile home.
Yeah.
We are happy with our tiny home. There's a lot of animosity and hatred for mobile homes because of the stigmas that exist. And I get it, I really do. But having gone through this thing and updated it, brought everything up to where it's supposed to be, it's a great little house. I think one of the weird things is if we somehow rebranded and called it a tiny home, people would be like, oh, that's so beautiful. Right. But because it's a mobile home, there's a lot of hatred for mobile homes.
It's all in the nomenclature.
Yeah, it really is. Back to the addition. We're gonna come out 10 feet. We're gonna put the deck on. The deck is basically gonna be the entire length. We had planned on doing a full length deck before the addition, and then, you know, just filling in and making a room. But ideas change, thoughts change. So basically, we want the addition now because we're tired of squirreling all of our food that we're growing and producing into every nook and cranny. It's like we need another pantry.
Yeah.
So it's killing two birds with one stone. We get to build an addition, another bedroom and a pantry. I can tell you,
laundry.
Yeah, slash laundry.
Yeah.
It gives us a lot more storage. I can tell you right now, it's not enough. While I'm doing this, I should probably be excavating and building a cellar because there's so much stuff that we need. A cellar is on the list of things to do. We would love a root cellar of some kind.
Yeah.
Not this project. If we can get this addition done in the next couple months, that would be cool. But it's not the end of the world if we don't. We have, everybody has a space,
right.
And one more. Babies are tiny. They're itty bitty, and for the most part, it's gonna be attached to you for the first couple months.
Yes, so for sure.
We don't have the same rush that we had when Buggy was coming.
Right.
We really wanted to be in the house before Buggy showed up because we were living in our RV. A camper, 200 square feet is a far cry from 850 square feet.
Yeah, we're used to the tiny house thing.
Yeah.
It's been going great for us.
Our house we had in California was only 1,300 square feet, and coming here, honestly, we have more kitchen space than we had with a stick and brick house.
We do.
So,
yeah.
You know, go figure.
Yeah.
We're happy with our situation.
Yeah.
We're just gonna add on now.
Right.
So the way that this mobile home was placed and the way you need to build an addition, you know, all the research I've done, you really want to build your addition to where it is kind of separate from the main building.
But also similarly constructed.
Yeah, similarly, I can't say that word.
I don't think I said it right either.
It is constructed similarly, I think I said that right, to the building you're attaching to. Because I, you know, basically built this from the ground up, rebuilt it, I know how it was built, I know how it's sitting there, and so I'm going to build the addition roughly the same way. The idea behind that is if this settles, which it will, when we got here, we had to re-level this thing, just because that's the nature of them. They're placed, they're set, things settle. you know, every house settles.
It's sat here for 30 years.
Yeah, it's been here for 30 years. There's a little bit of sagging and settling.
It happens after 30 years.
It does. It does. It really does. With that said, I'm going to build this addition in a way that if I need to re-level it, I can. Now that we've kind of hashed out how long we're going to make the addition, at the same time, I'm going to, you know, build the deck. We are very, very, very much looking forward to having a deck, having a nice covered space to where I can park the barbecue and I can barbecue on a rainy day and not get drenched. I have a Lowe's trip. I'm gonna start getting stuff for my foundation piles. Just follow along. It's gonna be another fun building project.
Yeah.
I'll try to document as much as I can. It's cool for us to be able to look back and see the building project start to finish.
Yeah.
All right, so hashing out just details, figuring out where we want to put stuff. These other trees down here have to go, which that kind of opens up the discussion. If we have to cut them down anyways, why not just go bigger?
And this is how you build mansions. I've lived this life. I know this story.
I mean, if we have to take out the rest of these trees, they are very, very close to the house.
Yes, they are.
We have to take them out anyways. Maybe we should readdress and we'll just go we'll just make it a double wide.
Yeah, we could. And then that would give us more pantry space.
Yeah, more everything space.
More everything space, yeah. Well, if we're gonna think about 14, then let's just measure out 14. So 14's right here. Right past the stump.
That was actually more of what I was thinking anyways.
Visually, yeah,
Visually.
me too.
I think we'll come out an extra 2 feet.
Okay.
That's really not that crazy. That's not that much more to do.
Right, and it gives more interior space.
Yeah. If we're gonna do it, we might as well, you know, do it so we're happy with it.
Exactly.
It'd be terrible to get finished with the addition and be like, this is terrible. We should have went out 2 or 4 more feet.
Yeah.
So I think if we add an extra 2 feet, that'll be a 20 by 12 space that will be, you know, finished.
Yeah.
And the way we're building this, we're adding to the roof line, and it's all like the whole deck's going to be covered. With the intention of we're building it in a way to where if we change our mind and we want to completely enclose the entire thing, we can.
Right. All right.
All right.
Trees got to go.
Trees got to go. So I guess I'm not starting on the building project today. I've got to take out 3 more trees.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
Now I know what we're doing. Let me get my my work crew lined out, and we will start dropping these trees. It's a bummer. Like I am very bummed. I love trees. Anybody who's followed us for any amount of time, I love trees, and so it kind of sucks to take down a couple. But I mean, if you think about how many trees I've planted on this property since we got here, I think I'm up over 200 trees. It's the nature of the beast. Some easy come, easy go, I guess. All right, I'm gonna start cleaning stuff up, getting stuff out of the path. I'm actually going to try to drop this big one right where I'm standing. It's gonna be tricky. I have all these garden beds, I have everything going on that I would kind of prefer not to crush. Have to figure out where I'm pulling with the tractor to. The last time we dropped, I tied a strap up high in the tree, hooked it to the tractor, and then just pulled. Very, very nicely pulled the tree over. I'm gonna go grab my straps and get to work. All right, so who's gonna drive the tractor?
Me.
Brett, since you volunteered and you have long enough legs, I guess you're it. we did pretty good. That tree was huge. I think that was the biggest one out of all of them. I think what's funny is bringing it down. My friend Casey, who used to be an arborist, last time he was out here, he was looking at him, and he told me, he's like, all of these ones that are, you know, split, he goes, you're gonna wanna take those out anyways, because, you know, having that split, that's a natural weak spot in the tree. Well, there's really only one that's up along the house that is this third in the row right here, that doesn't have a terrible fork in it. All of the rest of them do. This one, this little scraggly one, he said, you need to take that out now because it's never gonna do good. It got out-competed and it'll just never do good. So we've been gonna take it out, we just haven't got to it. Well, pulling this down, there was actually, it looked like some rot right there, right at the crotch where the trunk split. It might actually be good that we took this tree out anyways, just because if it were like one of those trunks were to fail, it would fall right across our house. So kind of sucks to take out full-grown trees, but at the same time, who wants a tree to land on their house? Did you make us lunch?
I did. I figured you'd be hungry.
We are. What'd you make?
We got hummus and carrots. Munchie made some peanut butter crackers, lemonade, and then hot beef and Swiss sandwiches.
That sounds excellent.
Does it good?
I wondered where you disappeared to.
Feeding this hungry crew of men.
I thought it was, looking at the sun, it was like, man, I'm hungry, and I bet you the light looks like we're coming up on 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's 2:30.
Yep.
So that's not terrible, but that took a couple hours.
That's all right. That was a big tree.
That was a big tree, and then it was kind of hung up, like because it was, you know, two trunks. The way it fell, they were stacked like that, one on top of the other. And then the whole thing was like 6 feet off the ground, standing on limbs. It was just stuff like that just gives me the willies because, you know, if you quit paying attention and you make dumb mistakes in a situation like that, that much weight, someone can get hurt. So it's good to take your time in situations like that. All right, lunch was good. Let's tackle these other two trees. What have we done?
Taken out 3 trees. No, 5.
5 trees. Looks so empty. So, driving up and down the hill, hauling the brush to my brush pile, finally actually like looked up and looked. Ugh. Looks terrible. But, hey, progress is progress, right? I would rather take down trees so we can do the things we want to do than just sit around and never do anything. Sometimes you have to do things that are uncomfortable in order to get things done. Today was that day.
All right, for dinner tonight, fluffy rice and gumbo with our chicken and our homemade andouille sausage. I'm pretty stoked about that.
And fishy.
And fish, yes, there's some fish in there as well. So, some gumbo tonight, nice and filling.
Did you know C is for cookie?
C is for cookie. You sound like a cookie monster.
Sister, are you all done? Yes, no. On second thought, no. All right. That was a busy day.
It was.
Total change of plans from when we started this morning to what we did all day, and it took all day. But getting pretty good at this, like tree cutting.
You are. You really are.
Really, like using the big heavy-duty straps on the tractor to just pull those things on over. It really eliminates a lot of the stress.
Yeah. Exactly where you wanted.
Yeah. I've cut down a lot of trees, like in the woods, And it is so difficult to drop a tree in the woods around other trees. Stuff gets tangled. These got tangled. Drop them, limb them, and you're done.
Yep, all good. Yep.
Really? Was that good, Gumbo?
Okay.
All right, that's gonna do it for us for today. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Thank you for not talking with your mouth
Yes,
full.
thank you.